Why did Anne Frank name her diary Kitty?
Because she probably saw it in a movie somewhere and she's a teenager, so she thought it would be cool.
Well, I think because she wanted a pet cat, and
She wanted
when
a cat.
she moved to the annex, she
didn't
had
have
lost
one.
her cat.
Yeah.
Kind of a way to like
Kind of
stay where she was before she moved to the
subside the pain of losing her cat.
Yeah.
And she thought it'd be just cool to have.
And so nobody would be like, Dear Diary. It's
Yeah,
kind of
she didn't
hip.
want to do
Yeah.
Dear Diary. She wanted to do
something interesting,
different
which is kind of how her
interesting.
personality is.
Yeah.
She wanted to be different.
Towards the end of our pages, Anne Frank discussed her curiosity towards the other women. Do you think she enjoys the presence of girls or boys lately?
I think that she's just a teenager and she's trying to figure it out, so she's kind of going all over the place.
She's going through like different emotional
It's
changes.
not really like indicative of any part of her really. It's just the fact that she's confused, and she just got moved to this new place.
Yeah, she's
And
trying
And
to
she's
deal with.
obsessive, and of course she's in a small
Well,
place.
she wants to
you
find
don't
something
have-
to obsess about.
Exactly.
Yeah, she's trying to deal with all of the new
So she's
newness of
thinking
living
about
in the
all
annex.
her life before she moved into the annex.
Yeah.
During my reading, I found that Anne's family didn't seem very wealthy. What are your thoughts and why?
I feel like maybe they weren't like poor, but they were kind of like
middle class.
no, they're not even that. It's just that they didn't want Aunt to get too spoiled, so they didn't let her have everything that everyone else had.
Yeah.
No, but that doesn't mean
Because
they
they
were.
kind of wanted her
No,
to
I'm-
experience
they-
the real world.
But they were obviously not poor.
Oh,
because
you're
of-
spoiled.
Yeah, they were
how
just
they
not
describe
the
it.
type of family who spoiled
Yeah,
their
that's
children.
Yeah.
While reading this, Anne seemed to despise her mother. Do you think that it's her age or that her mom is a truly terrible person?
I think it's her age.
I agree that
I
it's her
think
age.
it might have to do with her age and maybe the fact that
And her mom's not really easy to get along.
yeah, her mom, she doesn't at all the way like she describes her mom, doesn't sound like she's at all close to her, and she has that like daddy's girl relationship with her dad more than she does with her mom, so her mom's kind of always the bad guy with things.
Yeah, and if you experience it with any older siblings, they're always
Yeah.
kind of revolt against their moms for some
Yeah.
weird reason. But it's just kind of like the age and the instinct.
Yeah, she's at the age where like sometimes you don't like your parents.
You're like, oh, that's not
Yeah, she even
Yeah.
writes sometimes that she doesn't get along with her dad.
But she feels bad about it afterwards.
Yeah, she always feels bad about it.
last,
She always goes back.
last question. Why does she always seem so happy and carefree when she writes in the day, but then she cries herself to sleep at night?
Because during the daytime she's like in the mode of trying to tell everyone that she's happy, but when at nighttime she realizes she's really not all that
Yeah,
happy.
she's trying to make things. She doesn't want to be like that one person that always puts everyone down. She wants to try and seem happy and maybe lift everybody else's
And though she's
spirits.
gone through a lot, she's
Yeah.
still kind of.
And she feels
She wants to be
smile
the
on her
one that
face.
doesn't.
And she's alone at night, so kind of like during the
All her
day she's
thoughts.
with all of
Yeah.
she's
Yeah, that's
like
how it
during
is,
the
like-
day she like gathers like she goes through the day, but then at night she gathers all of her thoughts and then has all this
She
emotion
does
about
all
it.
kinds of things
Flood of
during the day
emotion,
that
yeah.
keeps her mind off
She's
of all
pretty,
kinds of
and
things.
it's kind of a good thing that she's able to switch that quickly because it shows she's able to deal with different situations pretty well, which is a good trait to have in like a forced situation.
And especially like the forced situation of her moving into the annex, you can show that she
So you
can
kind of have to
go
be
up
able to.
fast enough.
You kind of have to be able to switch off your emotions really quickly like that.
So that's good. Do you want to know about what's good?